Hello everyone, and let's talk about Merry Ever After. This was written by Tessa Bailey. This takes place in Texas. It was published in 2024. It is told in first person. This is book number 2 in Under the Mistletoe collection, where each book is written by a different author. They all follow different characters. They have different settings, so you do not have to read them in order. I did, but you do not have to. This is an adult Christmas romance. It does get spicy. Okay. So there was an Audible book available. It is an Audible original. It was narrated by Summer Morton and Connor Crace, and it is 1 hour and 32 minutes on standard one-time speed. The edition that I read was 53 pages. This book takes place from, I believe it's December 22nd to January 1st, so over the Christmas and New Year's season, and then the epilogue is 7 years later on Christmas Eve. We have two POVs. We have Evie, who makes clothing. She works at a thrift shop and can alter clothing, so she is talented with that. I wish I could do that. And she is a single mother of a 5-year-old little baby boy, and she is a redhead. They did mention that. She is a redhead. The male POV is Luke, who is a farmer. He is the oldest of 5 siblings, and he is 33 years old. We didn't get Evie's name, at least if we did, I didn't notice it. So what is this one about? We open up in a thrift shop where Evie works. Luke is there trying on some pants. He is especially tall, so it is difficult for him to find clothing. Well, he ends up ripping some pants because he's too large for these pants, tall-wise. And Evie shows up at his house the next day with a pair of pants that she basically modified for him to where they fit his body. Like, she didn't take measurements, and it's just amazing because she didn't take measurements. She just basically eyeballed and they're a perfect fit for him. That's just amazing. I don't ever see that happening, but yeah. So we are in a fictional world, and hence unbelievable things happen. So she makes these pants for this guy. She's got her little 5-month-old baby in tow. He invites her in. He realizes she has an injured foot. He goes to take care of it. There's some sexual tension. They just about have sex, and then the baby starts to cry, and the moment dissipates, and she leaves. Well, it's either the next day or a couple days later. He ends up at her home. I think it's above the thrift shop. I could be wrong. I may not be remembering that correctly. But anyway, he ends up in her little apartment, and she's making dinner for her and her little boy. They end up putting the little boy to bed. Fixes him like I believe it's a grilled cheese. And she's like, do you eat 3 or 4? So she knows he eats a lot. And he buys her a gift. And she is just amazed by this gift. There's this kind gesture. And then they have sex. And it is explicit. And then it's basically 7 years later. That is the story, okay? 53 pages. There's not a lot to tell you about. It's a romance. Okay. What is your content and your trigger warnings? Explicit, sexually explicit language, and sexually explicit scene. There are, I would say, 1.5. One definite sexually explicit scene and one where they just about do. But definitely language. As far as others, obviously the representation, and could be a content or trigger warning. She is a single mother, again, as I said, of a 5-month-old little boy. So obviously the father of the child, there's mention of him basically not wanting anything to do with the situation or having a family or anything like that. So you have that. That can be your representation or content or trigger warning, depending on how you view that situation. As far as representation, it's going to be up to your imagination. All I know is that she's a redhead. That's all I know. Okay. Now, in case you are still on the fence, let me tell you about the words. In case there's one word in here you absolutely want nothing to do with, then you'll know to avoid this book. Otherwise, you can go ahead and proceed with reading it in case you're interested and you don't care about the spicy sex. So again, please keep in mind the edition that I read was 53 pages. Now, the ebook version does say it is more. However, that's including like the things about the author, additional books by the author. So it's additional content not related to the actual story. So the actual story itself with the epilogue was 53 pages. So we have the following words. We have damn 9 times. Lord 3, not in religious context. The word God 9, not in religious context. Screw once. Hell 11. The word God 3 times used religiously. The name Jesus 4 times, not religious context. fuck 16, the phrase God damn it once, piss twice, tits 3 times, the name Christ once not in religious context, pussy 3 times, shit 4, breasts 5, turn on twice, erection 4, grind 3, hump once, come C-O-M-E 4 times, nipples once, erotic once, wet twice, cunt once, pump 3, the phrase goddamn once, suicidal once, talking about basically doing something would be an act of that, but not as far as unaliving yourself or anything like that. Bulge once, head twice, blowjob once, masturbate once, tip once, slit once, clit once, inside 6, entrance once, thrust 3, shaft once, hard 3, cock once, son of a bitch once, plow once, buck once, testicles once, dick once, damn it twice, horny once, bang once, orgasm twice, motherfucking once, ass once, tight once, walls once, balls once, and pound once. And I realize the first one, I didn't do the about the author, and I totally forgot to do that in the original one. But it's Allie Hazelwood for the first book, so you can definitely look that up. I will read the about the author in this one, because I do want to. I do like doing that. So let me find this on Goodreads. Here we go. So again, this one was Merry Ever After, written by Tessa Bailey. I know Tessa Bailey has other work. This is my first time reading anything by this author, and I will be picking up more work, and her books do sound good. So, Tessa Bailey, it says, New York Times bestselling author Tessa Bailey can solve all problems except for her own, so she focuses those efforts on stubborn, fictional blue-collar men and loyal, lovable heroines. She lives on Long Island, avoiding the sun and social interactions, then wonders why no one has called. Dubbed the Michelangelo of Dirty Talk, by Entertainment Weekly, Tessa writes with spice, spirit, swoon, and a guaranteed happily ever after. Yes, these books, all the books in this series do have an HEA or a happily ever after. So let me know, did you read Merry Ever After by Tessa Bailey? Have you read anything else by Tessa Bailey? Or in this collection, the Under the Mistletoe collection, have you read any of the other books in this series? So again, there's 5 books. They are all considered standalones, even though they're a part of a collection. They just take place during the Christmas winter season. All different authors, all different settings. Definitely let me know if you've read this or anything else in this series, and are you enjoying this? If you are reading these series, are they enjoyable to you? Definitely let me know. Talk to me in the comment section below, and until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book, and I will talk to you later.